Okay, hi everyone, and welcome to another Maths Challenge question. Let's have a read of it together. So PQR is an acute angled triangle. Each of its angles in degrees is a triangular number. What is the smallest angle in the triangle? Okay, have a pause of this and have a go at it yourself, then we'll solve it together. Okay, so what I always like to do is draw things out if it's a geometric question. So let's draw out this triangle. I'm just going to draw a generic triangle. It is an acute angled triangle. That means all the angles are less than 90 degrees. Cool. Now it's saying that each of its angles in degrees is a triangular number. What is a triangular number? Well, it's one of the numbers in this sequence. So 1, 3, 6, 10. And the difference between the numbers in the sequence increases by 1 each time. So we have 1, 3, 6, 10, 15, 21. And I think for this question it would be useful for me to just write down all of the numbers we can have. So let's just keep going. We have 28, plus 8 we have 36, plus 9 we have 45, plus 10, 55, plus 11, 66, plus 12 we have 78. Then when we do plus 13, that becomes 91, which is over 90, therefore it wouldn't be acute. So let's get rid of that one. Cool. So these are all the triangular numbers that we could have. Cool. And we want to find the smallest angle in the triangle. Now another important piece of information we need for this question is knowing what these angles sum to. And we know that angles in a triangle sum to 180. So our sum is 180. Cool. So we need to find 3 numbers from this list that add up to 180. And we want to try and use one of the smallest angles possible, and that will be our answer. Now for this question, I think it will be useful to look at the possible answers we could have. They've put 21 degrees as their smallest possible answer. So let's try that one first. Let's say that my angle A here is the smallest, and B and Z can be bigger if they want. So A equals 21. Now I just need to find 2 angles from this list that sum of 21 to get 180. Well, 180 minus 21, that gets me 159. So if I can find 2 angles from this list that add up to this, then we would be done. Okay, is that possible though? Well, if I look at the biggest angle here and have 2 of these angles, so B equals 78, C equals 78. 78 plus 78, that gets me 156, which doesn't even reach 159. And since I used the 2 biggest angles possible, and it got a value that was less than the target value I needed, I know that this is impossible to do. So we have a cross for A equals 21. Now let's try the bigger number after that, which is 28. So when A equals 28, what does my target need to be? 180 minus 28, which is 152. So if I can find 2 numbers that sum to 152, then I would be done. Okay, is that possible though? So when I do 66 plus 78, what value do I get? I get 144. And when I do 78 plus 78, I get 156. So I can see that I can't reach my target of 152 from 2 other angles. Therefore, A cannot equal 28, and therefore we should try the value above that, which is 36. So if A equals 36, what is my new target number? 180 minus 36, which is 144. Aha, I've seen previously that 66 plus 78 equals 144. Therefore, it is possible to create an acute angled triangle with angles 36 degrees, 66 degrees, and 78 degrees. Therefore, the final answer is C, 36. And we're done with the question. If you want to try more challenging questions like this, then have a look at my other videos. I'll see you in the next one.